A dramatic rescue on the water Friday afternoon after a small plane crashed into Lake Ontario. The 49-year-old pilot was able to escape with only minor injuries. The plane crashed not long after taking off from Toronto's Billy Bishop Airport, losing power and contact with the control tower. The pilot was quickly rescued by a sailboat in the area. And with me now is Doug Paulson, who was out on his e-bike in the beaches area when he witnessed the crash. Doug, thank you very much for being here with us. I understand that you also took a photograph as well, which is making the rounds. I'm not sure if we have it to show our audience. Hopefully we can bring that up at some point. But first off, Doug, maybe walk us through what you witnessed in the moments leading up to this crash.
Well, thank you, Renee. I was riding my adult bike along the Martin Goodman Trail and then up into the area there by Ashbridges Bay. And I was taking some photographs out over the lake because the color of the water yesterday was very, very blue, turquoise, and awfully pretty. And I'm an old pilot, so I saw this plane coming in, and I thought, well, maybe I'll grab a shot. And at that moment, there was an explosion and smoke covering the plane. And then seconds later, the parachute, came out, and I managed to grab these shots as it hit the water.
We're just looking at them now. They are quite remarkable. How close were you, and what was going through your mind? I can imagine there would be a little bit of adrenaline happening.
Well, it was kind of unreal. It was a clear day. I had a nice long lens, and the plane was in beautiful sight. And then all of a sudden an explosion and then a parachute. And I honestly thought maybe it was a stunt for a feature film. But then it became obvious that that wasn't the case. And as the plane continued to come down, I managed to grab a fair number of shots. And I'm so glad in the end that the pilot made it. I also captured the sailboat as it came towards, so I knew that there was going to be somebody there to kind of look after what was left. And we laugh as old pilots, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. And in this case, any landing you can swim away from is a good one. It was a reasonably good ending to a pretty sad story.
Now, you are a hobby photographer, and the one photograph, they're all spectacular, but the one photograph that I find just so especially remarkable is the one where the pilot is just hitting the water with his parachute. Did you have time to plan that out, or was it a bit of a stroke of luck, or both?
No, it's just pure luck. I mean, the fact that I was there, I had my camera out, and all of a sudden, the explosion triggered me to start taking, and I took a whole sequence of shots, obviously. So I just kind of followed the aircraft as it headed down and grabbed, I think in the end, it was about 48 pictures, and these are some of the better ones.
Do you happen to know if the pilot will see these photos? Have you shared them at all? Just curious.
Actually, I just shared them with my son, and he was the one who phoned, I think, you people, and if the pilot wanted a copy or two, I sure wouldn't mind at all. It was fun. It was, as I say, a complete accident that I was there at the time. I love I love Lake Ontario, and it's so lucky to live here in Toronto and be so close to the amazing lake and Martin Goodman Trail, and of course Tommy Thompson. And on my big electric bike, I can get around, and it's pretty special.
It is a beautiful area, and once again, just some fascinating photographs from you, Doug. Thank you so much for being here. That is Doug Paulson, a hobby photographer who happened to take a photo of that spectacular landing.
Thank you.